Welcome to Cup Lab number 2, part 2. I don't know why this damn TV doesn't work like talking about it. Anyway, got me after midnight snack. So, now, I'm not one of the guys to go around doing this a lot. My surrogate father and I, we just got to laughing about that whole shit. The guy we was talking about was talking about his Asian bosses. And I'm like, dude, it's not my business. Which generally, if something's not my business, I generally will not get involved. Unless it's like, right in my face. Like a guy trying to beat up his girlfriend or some shit like that. Because then I have to get involved. I'm sorry if I'm being rude by eating and talking. Really sorry. It was either there or get a Twinkie. So anyway. Racism. It affects everyone on some level or another. And understand that. You understand that there really is no in the middle. You're either on the giving end or the receiving end. Or, if I may be hypocritical, you're on the watching end. So I guess there is a middle. My mistake. Basically, if you're seeing it and you're not saying anything, you're just watching. Which pretty much makes you just as guilty as the asshole that's doing it. But, for the sake of innocence, and you get out of jail free card, you could be scared. Or you could be from the I'm minding my own business mentality. So let me defend that real quickly. And this is gonna look funny as shit when it actually airs. Let me defend the minding my own business thing. You saw that. There's nothing wrong with minding your own business. Until you can't. Try to remember that. Some people do mind their own business. And they just don't want to be involved. There's a quote from Vanishing Sun and Russell Wong. One of the episodes, I carried this with me ever since I heard it. All it takes for evil to succeed is for good people to stand by and do nothing. Thank you, Russell Wong. Now, on the plus side, that sounds great. Sounds awesome. Until it's not. I will explain that. We had a bully in high school. And I had another guy who was also the victim of the same bully. We were in Miss Kruger's class together. Me, my bully, and the other victim. Now, I'm 5'3" now. I was probably just barely 5'1", 5'2". My bully, who's bullied me all through high school, how you doing? I'm not going to give them your name, just your initial, CH. So in the 9th grade, CH used to run down Mr. Miller's class or Mr. Miles' class, whoever's class it was, and smack us all in the back of the head. Until one day, professional martial artist here decides to count heads. And when he got to mine, and CH crashed in the chalkboard. What is the relevance of that? I'm getting there. That stopped him from smacking heads because I told him I was going to do that every fucking day. Then he threatened me in Miss Pittman's class. And then in Miss Kruger's class, and each one of these was like ninth grade, 10th grade. Because I think it was like Miss Kruger's class was 10th grade. Yeah, because Miss Pittman and Mr. Miller's class or Mr. Miles' class, whoever the hell was our ninth grade math teacher, excuse me, number compating, because that's what it was called. He was scared. He didn't do anything. And I can't really say I blame him because the bully was like almost 6'8" and he was in fucking high school. So I don't blame the teacher. You know, and sometimes you just have to fight your own battles. Now, by the time we got to Miss Kruger's class and the other victim, his name also starts with a C, but I can't remember his last name. But anyway, so we're in there and we're arguing. Miss Kruger had to leave to go take care of a phone call from her husband because we did not have cell phones at the time. In case y'all didn't know, teachers didn't have cell phones. If they got a call, they had to go to the office to get the phone. Switchboard had to switch it to the phone or whatever, the company phone, however that shit worked. So Miss Kruger was gone for about 10 minutes. And in that 10 minutes, the other victim and I was having a problem with CH. And CH was talking about he's going to take our lunch money. And I looked at him and I said, you may take his lunch money, but you won't take mine. And he's like, I will beat your little ass. I said, no, you will attempt to beat my little ass. I looked at the other victim. I said, it's two of us as one of him. Together, we could fuck him up. He's just bigger. The other victim cowered out and gave him the lunch money. And I looked at him. I said, you ain't going to touch this lunch money. You're not touching my lunch money. Because while you're playing sports and all the other good things for the school, I bust my ass at Kegler's every weekend to pay for the car that I drive. What's left goes into gas and insurance. And what after that goes into my pocket from my stomach. You will die twice before you get one dime from me. And everybody's like, well, James, you finally got a backbone. I said, no, I'm just not going to sit here and let this motherfucker take my fucking money that I bust my ass for. Because I grew up in the projects, and this little fucker who's taller than me grew up in a nice neighborhood. I said, you probably was like one of the only black people in your neighborhood. Well, in my neighborhood, there's one thing you fail to understand about James Williams Jr. I fought people because of this, and because of this, and because my mama looks white. And the bigger you are, the better I like it. So I don't have to take this shit from you. You fucking saw what I did when y'all let me play football with y'all. So, this guy, and I straight told him, I also got it from TV. I said, if you give this man your lunch money today, you will give this man your lunch money for the rest of your life. I don't know how that's working out for CH and the other victim. But I never gave that motherfucker a dime. And I told him, I live at 512 Rougemont. You can whoop my ass for 120 days, but you still won't get this goddamn lunch money. I'm saying you should also know, in your attempt to do that I actually know martial arts. And I'm going to fucking use them on you. He didn't bother me no more after that. Also, that was the same year that I brought my nunchucks to school, I think, or it was the very next year that I brought my nunchucks to school and threatened like 7 people or 9 people in Miss Jones' room. Hi, Miss Jones. You're probably still a bitch. Anyway, Miss Jones was another interesting one because she was a black woman who only let the black kids fuck with me in school and would not do anything to them until I decided to do something to them. And then she decided to give me the fucking referral. I.e., that's what makes her a bitch. And as far as Miss Deal is concerned, same fucking concept. Because she picked on the freaking 3 smart chicks in the class and the 1 dumb guy, which was me. And she picked on me because, more than likely, she thought I was a liar. This broad had the audacity to make me go to get the obituaries of 3 people that died in too much time. And she also had the nuts to tell me that 3 black people cannot die in too much time. And that just goes to show how much she actually watched TV or the news. At this point in the 90s, black people were dying hand over fist. And also, then there was Columbine. And honestly, my college that I'm currently back in was going to be the next one because of her. And I was going to come to school and throw her a beating. And I lost my financial aid for that shit. For her. Making me go get obituaries and putting such a nasty taste in my mouth that I just refused to come back to school. And I had a meeting with the dean and I told him, but he didn't tell me. He gave me back my financial aid the next day, so I didn't come back to school till like 1997 or almost 2000. And then I just stopped trying to get a degree in acting. I just pretty much gave it up. Now, I didn't give up acting itself, but I gave up trying to get a degree in it because I'll make a video after this about acting. So James, remember, you're going to make a video about this, about acting for schools, and schools should probably pay attention to this video. Anyway, moving on from that, I faced a fuck ton of racism all my fucking life. I didn't really face it in the Army, which is kind of funny, because in the Army, there was only one color. It was green. It was urban renewal green, but it was green. And I was like, well, damn, they really didn't know what to classify me. I guess they went by my birth certificate, but I was kind of mad because there were some natives in there that didn't have to get their hair cut, and my birth certificate says black, so the fact that I was mixed, shaved my head, maybe like the Avatar, just so that anybody wants to confirm that's my veteran's card. Where the hell are you? So this is my veterans card. It's peeling. I need to ask them if we can get another one of those made. And this is my cat card. Yeah, that's me. Looking like the Avatar. This is like a couple of years after that. They need to probably re-up this bitch. But anyway, just wanted to show you guys that. So in case anybody's talking about James didn't go to the military. Yeah, I went to the military. Would have never got out if shit would have went my way, but it didn't, so there we go. Anyway. I faced a fuck ton of racism outside of the military. I faced a fuck ton of racism before I got to the military. But in the military, I didn't face any racism. We were all one color. We were all green. And that was while I was in Bravo. I didn't last in golf very long. I wanted to kill a drill sergeant, so I went back to Bravo. And then they put me in Delta, where I found a real family and a real home. So Delta, thank you. And then I got fucked up. So here we are. And I didn't get to serve the way I wanted to serve. I only got to serve in basic, and that's it. I'm not a full-fledged soldier, but I am a full-fledged vet by legal legalities. I got honorable discharge, so that's not relevant to this video. What is relevant to this video is the suffering that racism causes. What is relevant to this video is that my acting career. There are no stories of mixed people. There's no stories. So there's no one that I can really play. And I don't want to insult natives and just play native, but that looks like that might be the route that I'm going to have to go. So natives, please forgive me. But if they're going to call for native and I get called to play that role, I'm taking it. Because I'm 47 years old and there's no guarantee that I will ever get work again after that. So, yeah, just give me your blessings and pray that shit works. I would much rather play a mixed guy, but again, there's nobody writing stories. And Dwayne Johnson, give me a job, bro. Come on. Mixed guy to mixed guy. Give me a job. I'll play your little brother. I don't have to be on the scene long. No, they can kill me off in the first 5 minutes. I'm good. Just cash the check. Anyway, moving on. A lot of the things, that kind of led me to this point, like not dating black girls, was because a lot of the black girls in grade school and in middle school and high school and all the girls that I liked that were black would always tell me, you're not good enough, you don't look good enough, you're not pretty, you're not handsome, you're an ugly guy, and that shit sinks in, and when it sinks in, it stays there. Never, ever was I told by a white girl that I was ugly. Never was I told by a Mexican girl I was ugly. Never was I told by an Asian girl that I was ugly. Therefore, I date them because they don't see me as ugly. Now, I'm going to tell you, I used to think I was ugly. I'm going to show you something. Something that happened way back in 06 or 07. So, my overflow pan in my yellow car blew up in my face. Let that sink in. My ear, my face, my neck, my arm, still have the scar. Barely see it, but it's there. Now, you can barely see it, but if you look carefully, it's right there. So trust me, I used to think I was ugly until I actually was ugly. I have never been more grateful in my life to get all of this back. All of it. I have never been more grateful in my life. So when people call me ugly, I thank them. Yes, I was ugly. I was much uglier in 06 and 07 when I was burnt the fuck up. I documented it all. It's on those tapes in there somewhere. And so I am very grateful for my face. This mixed face. I'm very grateful to be breathing. I am very grateful for a lot of insignificant little shit. Little things are very fucking important. Trust me, they are. Now, I will tell you, man, racism. Racism is a funny and fucked up ass thing. And until we address it, until we face it, until we conquer it, it's always going to be a fucking problem. Now, for the mixed children, you know, you're not alone. I will say, I will hope you the best of luck, but you are not alone. We do not have a support group. So if you have siblings, that's your support group. My siblings, we never supported each other. We still don't support each other to this day. And a lot of us don't look as mixed. We all look mixed on some level or another, but a lot of us look differently mixed, right? The sister born under me looks like pale white. The sister under her, who I'm not currently speaking to, and the sister under her, who I'm not currently speaking to, they look brown, but they still look mixed. And we have different tones of high yellow. The brother under her, who I'm barely speaking to, he looks pale white. The sister under her, who I am speaking under him, that I am speaking to, she looks brown too. But we're all mixed. So we have my older sister and I are products of marriage. My other siblings, not so much. But you know, we've been through the ringer. But we never supported each other. I.e., the videos that I posted earlier today. If you're watching this, those videos are up. I think it's called Acknowledgement Accountability. Anyway, also my songs, the way I view her, just like version 1, make it go viral. I need it to go viral. Thank you. Anyway, make all my songs go viral if you can. The thing with racism, you know, I've had a crush on a few racist girls. And the reason why I say that is because they were only dating me because I was just brown enough, but not black, to piss off their parents. Yeah, you girls who know who you are, you know who you are. And it hasn't been an easy ride, you know, it hasn't. It's been 47 years of pain and suffering, and the reason why I'm making this video also, besides the racism factor, is that my 48th birthday is in 2 months. You know, my crush's birthday is next month. Happy birthday, Zeta. But my birthday's in 2 months, in August, at the ass in near August. It's on the 23rd. So I'm in the middle. We don't know if I'm a Virgo or a Leo. We just know that it's in the middle. Anyhow, you know, I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to make my last video. And I'm going to post these things and I'm going to go to fuck sleep. You know, the thing with racism is that there are a lot of misgivings, and there are a lot of people who are like me, who are mixed, who don't get a chance. And that's another reason why I wanted to make Kung Fu Havoc #2 a channel where I only did Kung Fu and not all this fucking talking. My hip replacement kind of put a halt to all that shit. And then my inability to work tech has put a halt to my Scarlet Spider fan film. I am going to get help on that. I swear to God I am. School has me busy, and I have not reached out for help. That's on me, and I'm sorry. So I apologize to that. But it's going to happen. It's probably not going to happen before my birthday. We're going to shoot for maybe Christmas. It just depends on when I can get the help. So that being said, and plus I'm having other school issues, so yeah, I don't want to overreach and tell you guys something that I can't really accomplish. Unless by the grace of God, something changes. You're going to keep everything running on that smooth surface of possibility. I don't want to end the video, but I know I have to because I want to make another video, and I can't remember what the fuck I told you guys I was going to make the video about, so we're going to have to stop this video soon. But the thing with racism and being multicultural or biracial, not having a support group, not being able to tell people how you feel, not being able to get past being picked on, color, height, not having enough sex with hot chicks. You know, I got picked on for everything. But race was like the main thing. And how many times someone has called me a half-breed or a mutt. And I don't mind being called a mutt. I am a mutt. I'm 100% a mutt, you know. Cherokee, black, white. Cherokee and black on my dad's side. Cherokee, black, and white on my mom's side. So yeah, I'm 1,000% a mutt. I have accepted that. I am okay with it. You know, I don't like being called nigger. I don't like being called chief. I don't like being called honky. I have been called all three of those. Have not been called the jigaboo. Have not been called the cracker. And have not been called the slant eye. I have been called the wetback at least once. So yeah, you know, like I said, people think I was Mexican. And Mexicans are also Native Americans. Do not forget that. And Native Americans are biologically Asian. Do not forget that. Nagraloid, Caucasoid, Mongoloid. I am the hybrid of all three. There you go. Now, my intelligence isn't like Omega level, you know, but you know, there are things that kind of go hand in hand. And with racism, I never had a superhero that I couldn't identify with, but I never had a superhero that I could really, really identify with. So, while we're here, see that suit behind me there, the Spider-Man 2099? So here's how this works. Miguel O'Hara is Irish and Spanish. And by Spanish, they mean Mexican. So, I can possibly play Miguel O'Hara. Except for I'm not Irish. Okay. That might be a mistake. That might be a mistake because I do need to get my ancestry DNA checked out on that. And then, let's see. Scarlet Spider was a clone, except for one world where he wasn't a clone. He was a black guy, so I guess I can play that. But I might not be black enough because of that bullshit that The Rock went through when he tried to make a John Henry movie where John Henry was a steel driving man, but Rock wasn't dark enough to be that black man. So, yeah. And then, as far as Marvel and DC go, there are very few people that I could play. And the reason that being is because there aren't many mixed people, and if they are mixed, they're hybrids with aliens versus humans. Alright? They're either an inhuman or a mutant, but none of them are either black and Native American or black and white, with the exception of Jessica Jones and Luke Cage's child, unless they retconned all that shit. So therefore, there's not a lot of superheroes that I can play. And then if I can play anybody, there's a few Native American characters I can play, unless you go by size. So if you go by size, I'm out back. Because all of the Native American characters that I could play that are male are like 6 feet tall. I'm 5'3". The only Native American that I could probably play, I don't have the right gender for, and that would be Danielle Moonstar, because she's about 5'3", or 5'4". I don't know, give or take. But I'm not female. I couldn't play Forge because Forge is 6 feet tall. I couldn't play American Eagle because American Eagle is 6'1". I can't play Johnny Wingfoot, who dated She-Hulk, because he's 6'1". So yeah, I can't play Puma because Puma's 6 feet. He's also the bad guy in Spider-Man. I can't play Scalp Hunter because Scalp Hunter's 6'1". He's the bad guy. He's a marauder. He's a Native American. Yeah, pretty fucked on the hype thing. I can't play anybody from Alpha Flight because the shaman, something Too Tall Man or whatever the hell his name is, he's 6'1". I can't play his daughter. I'm not a female. I can't play Snowbird. I am not a female. I can't play North Star because I'm not Asian and I'm not Canadian. And the reason I say that is because he's like Chinese or Japanese. He's of Asian descent. And though Native Americans are biologically Asian, I got the wrong skin tone. So, yeah. Make my Marvel. In DC, I'm in worse shape. You know, because like the only mixed children that I know of is like Starfire and Robin's kid. And then there's Rex in what the hell is Rex Stewart, who's part Hawk person. But I'm sure that's only like in the cartoon, not the comic, because I don't really read any Lantern Corps. Although Green Lantern, Flash, and Batman are like my favorite DC superheroes. I'm not a fan of Sample Superman. Sorry if you guys are Superman fans. I'm sorry. I really don't like Superman. I don't like the concept of, watch this. Hi, I'm Clark Kent. Hi, I'm Kal-El, Superman. That doesn't work for me. It's been like 90 years, and no one can tell when this man takes off his fucking glasses that he's fucking Clark Kent. Just cooler. I'll never understand it. I think everybody in freaking Metropolis needs glasses. And the same thing with Smallville. They all need fucking glasses. At least with Batman, he has a fucking mask. Flash has a mask. Green Lanterns all have a mask. Eventually, John Stewart just stopped wearing his, but it is what it is. So again, racism. You see how that's working out? And then you want to know, how can I act if no one's writing stories for me? And the stories I'm writing, no one wants to read them, or no one gets to see them because no one wants to give me a job, no one wants to give me a chance, no one wants to give me a chance to talk. Thank you guys for being here. I've taken 30 minutes of your life, and I apologize for that. But in this 30 minutes, I hope that I taught you that being mixed is a rough ride. And I also hope that I taught you that you are not alone. I'm sorry, we do not have a support group yet. But hopefully, your generation will start one. Thanks for watching. Skunk Family number 2. Be seeing you.